Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Harakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS. Peace, love, and salutations to the Bayaf Dawadah, the house of David. Out of my brother Zion out of GMS Boston. Once again here on my channel, Lord willing, through the Spirit. This is edifying. So as I was sitting here, at the gas station, meditating on, prophecies, meditating on our people, in particular, the ignorance of our people concerning, nationality. Now there was a post that I seen, on Instagram, and there was a split screen. On the left-hand side, you had a picture of a Jake. On the right-hand side, you had a picture. He could have been an East Indian. He could have been, plenty of people, plenty of indigenous people on continents in which you would think that there are no dark-skinned people, but they do exist. But nevertheless, let's just hypothetically speaking, or for the sake of argument, let's just say he was an East Indian. And he said, why is this man classified by his skin color and this man isn't? And as I read that, I thought to myself, how insulting it is, and how insulted and disgusted our people should be with anybody that refers to our nationality as being a color. And not just our nationality being a color, us being black, us being called black, which the word black, it means void of light, Something is black because it's void of light. The scriptures say that we are the children of the light, The word black is synonymous with evil, black magic, witchcraft, and even black culture. It's synonymous with black culture, which is a slave culture, That's a slave culture. It's a slave way of thinking. It's an ignorant way of thinking, So as I was thinking, you got to believe, as more and more people come into this truth, eventually the truth is the truth, which is being called black is an insult. So you should feel, and more people are going to feel insulted with being called black, being called Dominican, being called African American, and those people should be put to shame. When somebody brings that up, it's not about you arguing just to argue for the sake of argument, but when somebody brings that up, through the knowledge, you gotta put them to shame, man. Let me see, Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass is his master's crib, but Israel does not know, my people does not consider. So everybody else knows their owner. They know where they come from. They know their stock, So even now you have the Moabites calling themselves Chinese, the Ammonites calling themselves Japanese, Esau, he's calling himself everything underneath the sun. He's the Egyptian, he's the Babylonian, the last samurai, he's everything, nonetheless, it wasn't until, let me see if I could get that. It wasn't until Esau came into power in which he made that decree, that everybody should leave their whole, their heritage, leave their nationality, Let's see. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 38. Insomuch that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them, whereupon the city was made an inhabitant of strangers, and became strange to those that were born in her, and her own children left her. Her sanctuary was laid to waste like a wilderness. Her feasts were turned to mourning, her Sabbaths unto reproach, and her honor unto contempt. And that's the state that we're in right now, As had been her glory, so were her dishonor increased, and her excellency did turn into a mourning. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that they should all be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king. So prior to Antiochus and Edomites, the devils, the Grecians, getting into power, the Moabites knew that they descended from a man called Moab, and they were the Moabites. And likewise, the Ammonite, in every nation. It wasn't until they got into power the people left. So with that being said, even them leaving off from their biblical heritage, they still knew who they were as a people. They knew who their people was. They knew their culture. They knew their way of life. You understand? So to call yourself a black man, you know, is to be completely cut off, all right, from your ancestry, from your forefathers, from your nationality, from your heritage, from everything. That's a major blow to your, a boy's confidence, a man's confidence. That's the difference between a boy and a man. That's a major blow to your self-esteem, man. You know, and that's a conspiracy, all right? People conspire together to make this happen. This isn't just one freak accident, right? King David wrote about it. Let's go to the book of Psalms in the 83rd chapter. 83:1. All right, I start at 2. 1. Keep not thy silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, my enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Right? For they have consulted together with one consent, that they are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, and Moab, of Moab, and the Hagarenes. You know, and it goes on to say, Ammon and Amalek, all right, and King David eventually goes on to say, you know, destroy them for this wicked device that they planted together, you know, and that's what's going to happen. But nonetheless, you know, you've been lied to, man. You've been lied to. You know, they said raise it even from the foundations thereof, and what they wanted to do was they wanted to remove us completely from our heritage, all right, not to mention keep us sinning, all right, that the sin, the law, statutes, and commandments belong to us. Right? Psalms chapter 137. I'll start at 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I don't remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation thereof. You know, so they wanted to destroy us even from the roots, from the foundation, from us knowing who we are, from everything we believed in, our law, you know, our promise. Because that's basically what it came down to, that jealousy over the promise, right? If they could do away with us, all right, then the Most High would bless them. Going back to the curses and the blessings, going back to Isaac, all right, Abraham, all right, and ultimately Jacob, in which Jacob supplanted Esau, his evil twin brother. All right, this is the story that's being played out, but Jake got to come back to our. We got to come back, man. We got to come back, and that's when we do that. That's when we're gonna realize we just family, man. We just cousins. At one point in time, there was, you know, it was Uncle Reuben, Uncle Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Levi, and they had kids, and we knew this. All right, we knew this. All right, we all family, man. All right, you got the 1/3. All right, that's gonna be delivered. In these last days, the Heavenly Father is going to have mercy on them. He's going to pardon their sins and their transgressions. They're going to be sincere. All right, they're going to teach. All right, they're going to be keep their law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, because we can't be perfect. All right, but we're going to fear the Heavenly Father. I say we. I'm not knowing that if I am, but Lord willing that I am. I certainly pray that I am. You know, and you brothers as well. You know, I know you brothers pray with sincerity that you're part of the elect. That's what we want to be. We want to be part of the elect. This is what this thing is about, and really, through the Spirit, you know, ain't nobody speaking about the elect. The elder apostles, the apostle Samuel, elder apostle Tahar, is really the only ones pushing the vibration of the elect. Christians ain't talking about it. Protestants ain't talking about it. Catholics ain't talking about it. Muslims ain't talking about it. You know, I mean, Father has a number that He longed for, 144,000. We love that number. You know, we love that number. We love what our Father loves. We hate what our Father hates. You know? We love the good and we hate the evil. And we ain't afraid to admit it. We establishing it. Alright? Hey, just a quick lesson on a little break that I had. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles. Peace, love, and salutations to the Bayaf Dawada. Shalom.